Hello and welcome to my channel. You know, if you do any customizing, kit bashing, or whatever with your action figures, you've probably come across Classic TV Toys. They have a great site that has a huge selection of different items that you can use with your Mego-scaled figures. And one thing that I found on their website was this bus. This bus is pretty cool. I believe in the 70s, I never had one, but Mego had put out different buses. I think there was a Captain America bus, there was a Batman bus, a Gotham Police bus, if I'm remembering correctly, and there was a Joker mobile, right? So, you know, when I found these, I thought, man, that'd be cool to put together something, you know, for my Mego collection, right? Or, you know, my Mego scale collection. So I started looking at the different options they had for that bus, and originally I had thought about the green bus body and the red roof combo for kind of a special project that I was working on, but I decided on the purple and green color combination. I thought that would fit a little bit better with what I was doing, you know. So I looked at some of the other options they have. They have some wheels as well, but you know, the bus is 40 bucks and the wheels are $10, so I thought, well, I'm going to forgo the wheels for right now and just get the bus and see how it goes. So what I'm going to be looking at today is some of the features and get just kind of a closer look of the Classic TV Toys bus that they offer. Well, here's the bus as it comes from Classic TV Toys. You know, I just pulled the, comes in like a plastic wrapping bag, so I took that off, but it has some really cool features. It's got this little basket that's on an arm, so I guess you can capture people. That's pretty cool. It's got some lenses, some plastic lenses for the lights up front, and it's got a space here for a decal. It has some really neat wheels that spin freely, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the black wheels. I mean, the purple wheels look fine and whatever, but I think I'm going to go with the black ones. It has a rear panel. Let's see. And this panel kind of like, I guess, slides down. And it also slides back a little bit. So you can open it up, and inside it's got this right here. It's like a winch. A good length of string, so I guess you can capture somebody. It has a bat symbol, which is kind of like appropriate for what I'm doing with the bus. Let's see, what else do we have? It has a sliding door, and you know what? I didn't know what this little thing was inside, like a little spinny thing. You can see it there. I didn't know what that was, and I went on Facebook and asked around, and they said it's a stand for when you come up here in the crow's nest. Oh, and you know what? Let me check that out. When you pull this back like that and you push it in, this little clear plastic shield pops up. I guess so you can put some pictures in there. It has slots for it, so you can get a figure to stand in there. And you know what, let me get a couple of figures. I'll be right back. So there I got my Catwoman and Batgirl. You know, that little stand right there allows Catwoman or any other figure to stand pretty solidly and securely, and you can actually spin them and turn them around. So they can pop out of that little window up there, and they can do all sorts of nefarious things. So that's the first feature. Let's take a look at some of the others. Well, I have my penguin in there now. He's in the crow's nest. He's going to help me demonstrate this next feature. You know, in the back of the van, there is a little panel, like a little door, you know. Let me see if I can get that open. I had to open up this thing the first time and get it open. That way I had to punch it out. Let's see. Man, my hands are a lot bigger than the typical 8 or 10-year-old. There we go. Okay. Once you get it open, it's on like a little slide. You know, and if you look inside, let me go ahead and get this thing up. If you look inside, you'll see that it has a little like spool in there, and attached to that spool is a length of cord that has a grappling hook. And you know, you can use that to kind of tie up your enemies. You know, so, you know, whatever you don't get with the basket, you can get with the with the grapple hook, or you can use it to pull, you know, maybe you can use it to pull different figures, vehicles. Like I got the Batmobile here. Let's see. I don't have enough room though, but I think I can hook the Batmobile on there. So if the Batmobile is chasing the Penguin, we can always use the grapple hook to catch the Batmobile. And it's kind of ironic that it's the bat symbol there. And it has like little hooks here that you can use to hang on with your figures so that you can drag them. You know, you can use the little projections there to, well, maybe not with that hand, but yeah, maybe. And lodge the wrist in there. Definitely with that, you know, you can hold it. So some really cool options with the bus so far. Oops, I'm all tangled up. Let's take a look at, I think, just the last feature that I have on this thing are the wheels. Let me put this up. And like I said, I think I'm going to go with the black wheels, but you can see it spins freely, and if I were to push it, it would take off. So that's the basic bus. But I have some stickers, you know, Scott Brown, he used to produce these for customization or to put stickers on your old or your what's the word I'm looking for? I guess your vintage Joker mobile, you know, if the stickers rubbed off, he's got all the stickers here. You know, but they have a problem. I got this mouth and it's supposed to go in the front, but it's not going to go in the front because I have this little, I guess, plaque here. And you can see a little bit of crazing here where they put the glue, you know, but I guess that doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put the hoe in there, or the pow, or maybe the hee-hee. I've got a lot of different options. And I was thinking about putting the mouth up here on the roof, maybe punching a hole into the mouth so that I could fit it right there. I think that would look cool. But I'm gonna have to do some creative work with these stickers, which, you know, are fun. So give me a moment, I'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these stickers, maybe punch a hole in this guy and start applying them. Okay, let's do the fun part. Let's put the stickers on. You know, I printed this out for the little shield up here. And then just kind of cut it to fit. So I got my little Joker applique there. Let's see what's going to be next. I think I'm going to do, I don't know, this haha looks pretty big. So I don't know, I like that hoe there. Yeah, it's not as big as I'd like it to be, but yeah, I really want to thank Scott Brown for these stickers. Oops. They're very high quality. They're like vinyl. I checked with him, he doesn't produce them anymore. So there's my hoe. And then I saw a little, here it is. There's a little word bubble there. I want to put that on the window. Right there. I think this is going to be more fun than I thought it was. Let's see. Oh, here's the mouth. I use my X-Acto knife to kind of like cut a circle. Hopefully it's big enough. I guess I'll just pop it down and we'll see.
It looks like it's a little off center, but I think the Joker's a little off center too, so I don't think he's gonna mind. Boy. That looks like heck. Oh, I can't get these bubbles out. This is patience. Yeah, these stickers are not paper. And after all these years, they're still sticking really, really well. Wow, that looks so cool. You know what, I have well, I'll get to that in a bit. Let's see, what other stickers do I have? Oh, Joker Mobile on the side. You know, if you're wondering where I got these things from, you know, these things are a quintessential part of your Batman collection from the 60s. You know, Paul Wasson over at Laser Mego makes those. And I think I have the whole set. I'm going to double check just to be sure. He has such a passion for everything Mego. You know, this community of people who are into Megos and Mego-like dolls or action figures, they're such great people. You know, I've had such a positive experience. You know, like I said, Scott Brown, I just told him that I was looking for, you know, some stickers for, I think it was Action Jackson Jeep. And he says, oh yeah, I got those. And he sent some to me. And he also sent these. So, you know, once those were sent, I had to put this together. You know, my own Joker Mobile. Let's see. Oh, here we go. You know what? Like I said, it had a boxing glove back there, and it doesn't now. But I still want Batman to fall for that trap in the back. So I'm going to put that right there. Make sure it's straight. And it even has some arrows in case Batman gets a little lost. That this is the place to open. Really cool. Joker's not very subtle, is he? You know, I love putting stickers on. It's like my favorite part. When I was a kid, getting those different vehicles and accessories that had stickers. Well, I was never happy with the placement of the stickers. There were always something that I did that I wasn't really happy with afterwards. You know, I messed up or I put the sticker in the wrong place or something. So hopefully I get them now. Let's see, Joker Mobile. Yeah, I think the color choice is perfect. It's not, I guess, true to the original Joker Mobile, you know, with the green and red, but I think this kind of makes those stickers pop a little bit more. You know, I'm gonna take a look at the placement. I just don't want to slap them down. Let me look at some pictures of what people have done, just so I have a pretty. Oh, you know what I could do while I'm here? These came, so maybe it'll dress up my wheels enough that I won't have to get the black ones. Let me go ahead and put these on. Wow, that really looks good. All right, let me do the other one and I'll do the other two off screen. Because this is taking a while. You know what? It's recessed. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this with my glasses. I'll be right back. Well, I got those rims on. You know, I don't think I need the black ones after all. You know what? There are some little jokers there that I believe go on the wheels. I might save those for the black one. So just in case I get the black ones, I have those joker wheels. But I mean those joker heads for the hubcaps. But it's looking really good. I found another bubble. You know, it doesn't seem to be there. I think that when kids got this back in the 70s, it was just a sheet of stickers like what I got here, and they just would go to town. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to town. Doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason online as far as the placement of these stickers. So I've got my ho and my ha. I'm going to do a he-hoo over on the back. You know what? Let me do the who first. You know, that color's really close to what I got going on there. Let me take care of the top first. Let's see. Everybody needs to know that this is the Joker Mobile. Pretty centered. So I'm going to do the he, who, up top. Okay. And I think we have to have some pows somewhere. We got some POW going on the back, just in case I find a, you know, I did look online and there's some keychains with plastic boxing gloves, so maybe that's the route I'm going to go. I'm going to do a ha-hee on the side. Or a hee-ha. There we go, looking good. I think this will fit on the door, let's see. There you go. Sorry about that. And the hoe. Of course, some more ha-has. Let's put these over here. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. There we go. Let's see. Fit right there. Cool. Let's see. I have a big There's the big and a little the mini over here in the back. Ooh, let me do a ho-he. Or a ha-he. And a ha-ha. Let's see. Right about there. Oops. Yeah, these are good quality stickers. Look at that. You know, if I don't like my placement, I'm sure I can probably pull them up later on. This is some good quality vinyl right here. Hopefully you can find some stickers or maybe make your own. We've got he. And I'm going to put a ha. Got the hee-haw there. Got a couple of stickers left. All right, I think I got my stickers. I got one more hoe left. Look, I got a blank fender back there. All right, looking good. I'm gonna save these guys in case I go with the black wheels. But you know what? Still missing something? Found this on eBay. So, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this support here, but I'm going to kind of reverse it because there's like a little knob here. And so I'm going to put it into that recess right there. So I'm just going to feed that through there. Make sure that's popped down. And you can see it's pretty secure. And then I just hook on the bulb at the end. Probably, let's see, probably run it through the door. Ooh, I didn't check to see if these doors would slide with those stickers on there. Oh, I guess so. So let me stick that in there. Let me run that through here. So, we've got the squirting flower. I think that was an original piece, right? And it kind of rotates. So, I've got that. Let's take a look at it overall. Go ahead. Let me close this up. I think I'm going to need something for the back. Oh no, that comes in like that. Oh, it looks like it's gonna work. I was fooling with this. This thing wouldn't lie down. And I guess that's as far as this goes. So yeah, there's my van. Pretty cool Joker mobile. You know, you can't find them online anymore. If you do, they're incredibly expensive. But really happy with this guy. You know what? Let me put my Joker in there. I'm gonna put him behind the wheel and get this kind of like set up. But yeah, really, really cool piece. Look at that. Is it authentic? Nah. But you know what? It sure is sweet. Okay, let me get it dressed up. I'll be right back. Well, here's one last look at the Classic TV Toys bus, or in my case, the Joker mobile. You can see the Joker's in there. Got him behind the wheel, and I've got his buddies with him. The Riddler and the Penguin. So if you guys decide to take this project on, you're gonna have to find a source for those stickers. I mean, some of you might be able to produce them using some graphic software, I guess. I don't know. They don't seem to be too detailed. The mouth may give you the hardest problem. But yeah, really excited about this. A great deal of debt and gratitude to Scott Brown for his dedication to the hobby and, you know, his friendliness. You know, just he didn't know me. He was just very generous. So thanks again, Scott Brown. Well, until next time, you guys stay safe, be cool, have fun with your Megos or your Mego-like accessories and action figures. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye now.